So good morning students. Today in the video class we are going to see about the nested if statement. So previously we have seen the three types: simple if, and then if else, and then elif statement. In the if statement we are going to check only with the true part, and then if it is a true then it will execute a set of statement. In the if else statement, if it is a true it will execute the true part, otherwise it will execute the false part. And then the third type, that is a elif statement, you can check for the multiple condition. That is a if first condition fails then it will move to the next condition. Like that you can check for the n conditions. So now the fourth variation is the nested if statement. Here, that is if the condition is true for the first time, you are checking for the condition 1. If it is true then it will execute the set of statements, as well as you can check for the one more condition. Here if the condition is true it will execute the set of statements, otherwise it will move to the else part, and then it will execute the false condition. So this else statement it belongs to this particular if statement. That is nothing but if the first time itself if the condition is false then it will move towards this final else statement. So it will check for the condition, and then the else part will be executed to the nearest if statement. So here you are having the two else part. So for this particular else, the first else, the nearest if statement is the second one. So it will pair with your second if statement. The final else statement is already the second if statement is covered, so that it will be paired with the if condition 1. So when you are going to see about this same statement using the example, it will be more clear. So here that is a flowchart is given. So here the condition 1 is checked, and then if it is a true it will execute the set of statements and goes to the next if statement. Again the same thing. And then first time itself if the condition is false it will execute the set of statements under the false part, and then it will goes to the next statement after the nested if statement. Here the program is given us, that is how to check for the biggest among the three numbers. So here the greatest among the three numbers we are going to find, so that for that we are getting the three elements. So what are the three elements here? The n1, n2, n3. If the n1 is greater than the n2, first checking is the n1 is greater than the n2. If it is a true, we have to check with the third number. First time we are checking with the first number and second number. If the first number is greater, then we have to check with the third number. So if it is a greater, again if it is greater, we can tell that first number is a greatest number. Otherwise, if the n1 is greater than the n3, but the n1 is greater than the n2, but the n1 is less than n3 means, we can print that the third number is the greater. Okay, that is because already we have checked with the n2, so now we are checking with the n1 and then the n3. So the n1 is greater means the first number is greater, otherwise the third number is greater. Under the first condition, if the n1 is greater than the n2, if it is a fails means the n2 is greater. That is, it will execute the else part over here. So if it is the n2 is greater, then we have to check with the N3. SI N2 is greater, then we are going to check with the N3. So here that is N2 is greater than the N3. So if it is N2 is greater means we are going to print the N2 is greater number, otherwise we are printing the N3 is greater. So when you are going to execute this particular statements, you will be getting the result as whether the first or second or third number is greater among. And then we will see the one more example. In this example, we are going to type through the interpreter and then we are getting the result.